The weather in Brooklyn, New York on January 18, 1983 only reached a high of 24 degrees, but with the wind chill factor, the temperature plunged into the single digits. It was freezing out, to say the least. A nosy neighborhood businessman called the police for the second time to report a dark-colored Cadillac that was sitting in the Veruna Boat Club's parking lot, located at 2806 Emmons Avenue in the Sheepshead Bay section of Brooklyn, an area named after the bay which divides Brooklyn's mainland from Coney Island. The name Sheepshead Bay actually derives from the sheepshead fish that lives in the surrounding waters. The businessman who placed the call complained that the Cadillac was sitting there for over a week, but a possible abandoned car was not a priority for the desk sergeant at the 61st precinct. Nonetheless, a patrol car was sent to the location to check the car out, but after running its plates, the Cadillac was not reported stolen, and they went about their business. It wasn't until the manager of the boat club placed a call to the precinct concerning the Cadillac. A second patrol car was sent back to the club. At the time, a woman by the name of Gladys filed a missing persons report after her husband failed to show up for their daughter's birthday party. During the second inspection of the Cadillac, the police peered through the windows and noticed dark stains on the seat. One officer jumped on the car's bumper in order to rock the car and thought he heard something in the trunk, so they radioed for a tow truck. The Cadillac was eventually towed to the 61st Precinct's garage. Once inside the garage, the Cadillac's trunk was pried open. The first thing they noticed was a chandelier in the trunk, and under it was the frozen body of a heavy-set male. The body was on top of the spare tire, which was encased in frozen blood, and the body was frozen to the spare tire. The person's head was wrapped in a leather jacket. There was a gunshot wound to one hand, a defensive wound, and two bullet holes behind each ear, execution style. Following an autopsy, it was determined that the body had a total of 7 bullet wounds, and the time of death took place on January 10, 1983, approximately a week before. The victim's name was eventually learned, and that was Roy Albert DeMeo.